Hey everyone, welcome. How are you today? Today is day 18 of our 28-day challenge. Wow, we are way more than halfway through the challenge, and now we're halfway through our third week. Congratulations, you're doing great. I'm so glad you are here with me today. Let's get started in child's pose. Come onto your mat. Come on into your child's pose, whatever variation you like. Take your knees wide and your hands forward, or work with your knees together and your arms alongside. And together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Once more, a big inhale. And a big exhale. And as you settle into your child's pose and settle into your body and into this rhythm with your breath, feel your intention. I mentioned compassion and intention yesterday, and I've talked about intention before. So right here, right now, feel your intention, the intention that brings you to your mat today, that brings you into this practice. And if you want to give words to your intention, you can. But often it's enough just to feel. Feel that there is intention in what you're doing. There's intention in your breath. You're showing up, and there's intention in this. We are showing up together to support each other. Let's take another deep breath in. And a long breath out. And from here, come up to your downward facing dog. You can take more time in child's pose if you like, either now or at any point during our practice today. Hopefully, you not only know that in your thinking mind, but you feel that in your body, in your being, that you can come into child's pose, that you can work with variations, that you can create your own experience even as we practice together. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Once more, a big inhale here. And as you exhale lightly, make your way to the front edge of your mat. Find your halfway lift, your flat back, a big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. With soft knees, connect to your feet and come on up to stand. Let your shoulders roll back. Reach your hands high, lift your heart, a big inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Set your gaze, lower your gaze or close your eyes. And yes, you can set your intention here if you haven't already. Put your intention to words, or again, as we pause in this flow, feel where you are. Feel your breath. And feel the intention in showing up and practicing in this way. Once more, a big breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, sweep your hands up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands to your mat, step back to your high push-up, high plank. Knees lifted or lowered. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, move forward halfway down, low push-up, chaturanga. You can drop your knees or come all the way down. Big breath in. Upward facing dog, maybe your cobra or your low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog or your child's pose. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Once more, take a big inhale here. And as you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand, hands high, heart lifts, reach up, look up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, high push-up to low push-up as you exhale. Take your time, forward and down. Upward dog, still moving forward. A big breath in, Downward dog, breath out. Now a couple of breaths here. In your downward dog or in your child's pose. A couple of breaths, but really one breath at a time. Notice how it feels to breathe with intention, to move with intention. Take another big inhale, and as you exhale, step or jump to the front. Find your halfway lift, your flat back. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale all the way up to stand. Really from the ground, lift up and lighten up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, stepping back, high push-up. Forward and halfway down, low push-up. Now a big breath in. Upward facing dog. Downward dog, breath out. Here, take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Come on down to your hands and knees, your tabletop. And let's thread the needle. Left hand plants on your mat. Take your right arm out to the right. You can even start to take your right arm up to the sky. Maybe take a peek at your right hand. A big inhale. And as you exhale, right hand comes over to the left. Come onto your right shoulder, the right side of your face. We've done this before. It's a nice little bit of a rinse for your shoulders. You can keep your left hand where it is. If you want to extend your left arm forward, you might find the sensation of lengthening through your left side body and almost a little bit of leaning back here, leaning to your right. Now, if you want to take your left arm and wrap it around behind your back, then you get more of a heart opener, more opening to the front of your body. So feel it out. Lots of room to explore. Feel your intention. If it doesn't work to have your head on your mat, you can put a prop under your head. And your hips might be high or they might be closer to your heels. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then back to your tabletop, back to your hands and knees. And simply switch sides. Now don't rush it. Take your left arm out to the left. Little pause here. And your left arm up to the sky. Even take a peek at that left hand. Take a breath in here and thread the needle. Left hand over to the right. Come onto your left shoulder, the left side of your face. In the flow, but not rushing it. Breathing, but allowing yourself to enjoy this breath, one breath at a time. You might lean back a little bit, lean to the left. You feel some space between your shoulder blades. You can take the right arm forward for extension in the right side body, or wrap the right arm around behind your back. And maybe a little bit more of a chest opener, a heart opener. Right, grounded and supported, and then to your own degree, and in your own way, allowing for some space. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Come on back to your tabletop, back to your hands and knees, tuck your toes under, and come on into your downward facing dog. Take a long breath in, and a big breath out. Take another deep inhale here. And as you exhale, make your way to the front edge of your mat. Step or jump. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Put a big bend in your knees. Sit down and come on up. Hands high or at your heart. Even hands and arms alongside you. Take a deep breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Flat back, inhale, hands to your mat, step back, high push-up to low push-up as you exhale. Upward dog, a full breath in, downward dog, breath out. Step your right foot to your right thumb, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Come up and reach up. Let part of your intention be to ground yourself and support yourself, and then be supported. So you can enjoy this breath. So you can enjoy your body and this whole practice. Take a big inhale here. Open right out to your warrior two. Take a little bit of a longer stance today. Maybe you've been exploring a longer stance or a shorter stance this whole time. That's part of what we're doing. We're exploring our body, our breath, what we can do. Dip into your front knee. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Stay long and strong through your back leg. Find a place for your left hand. Really feel that this is a place where your actions can align with your intention. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Now step your left foot forward, warrior one. Come on up, rise up. Set your feet, adjust your feet as needed. Set your gaze, right? Same thing, adjust your gaze, your focus. Focus on your breath, your intention. Feel how strong you are, how competent and capable you are. And then let yourself enjoy this. Right? That can be part of your intention as well, to be in a place of joy, even if it is just while you're on your mat or just for a breath or two. Take one more big inhale here. Open out to your warrior two. I have found that being able to enjoy myself, even when it's really challenging on my mat, that's a practice that then carries over into my life. And we are all absolutely in a challenging situation right now, right? So take this time, breathe, feel your intention, you're showing up. Maybe it's challenging, but you're meeting your challenges with breath. Now spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Feel if you can dip back into your front knee, lengthen and strengthen through your back leg. Letting the baby toe side of your back foot roll down into your mat. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, hands come all the way down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Upward dog, take a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Here, take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Now bring your feet together and walk them a couple inches towards your hands. So shorten your downward dog. Let your left heel sink a little bit closer to your mat and lift your right leg up towards the sky. We're going to move into our down dog hip opener. Right leg lifts up, left heel softens down. Let your head hang down. Still keep the shape of your downward dog. Bend your right knee and start to take your right foot over to the left. So this is your down dog hip opener. Your right knee lifts up, your right foot goes over. You're lifting out of your shoulders. If you want to bring your left knee down to your mat and find this in your tabletop, you can. Now as you inhale, take your right leg back up. Bring your right knee forward to your right thumb to set up your half pigeon. Take your right knee forward to your right thumb. Walk your back leg, your left leg behind you. Your right foot can stay where it is. Maybe there's room to bring the right foot to the left and a little bit forward. And if your right hip is way up off your mat, put a towel or a block or even your water bottle on your right hip so your hip can rest on something. Really, so your right glute can rest on something. You can add in a little bit of lift here. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, start to fold forward. Now as you fold, if you can rest your head on your mat, rest your head on your mat. And if you can't rest your head on your mat, you can stack your hands and rest your head on your hands. Or you can put a block or a towel or a water bottle onto your head. Here again, I mentioned this yesterday. Just letting the muscles that hold up your head soften. And then your nervous system gets the message that you can soften. You can be here. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. You know, you can stay here and breathe. If this variation just doesn't work for you, come onto your back, set your left foot flat, and take your right foot across your left thigh. Right, so that's a simple variation. If you want more information about half pigeon and the variation, then check out my beginner series. I have the first 2 parts of my beginner series free on YouTube, and the rest you can buy as a package. So whatever variation you're in, right here, right now, together, let's take a big inhale and a long exhale. And as you breathe here, notice if you are still putting a lot of effort into holding yourself up. And if that's the case, See if you can create a little shift with your breath and simply allow yourself to be more supported. Soften your fingers, your toes, your shoulders, your jaw. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Set your hands under your shoulders and come back to your downward facing dog. So just step on back to your downward dog or your child's pose, and maybe a little bit of movement here. You can walk out your dog. Let's take a deep breath in and a breath out. Setting up for the other side, not rushing it. Walk your feet in. Shorten the stance in your downward dog so you have more stability. Your right heel sinks down. Take your left leg up to the sky. Now, right heel sinking down. Your right heel may or may not touch the ground. That's okay. You can also bring your right knee down here so you're in more of your tabletop. Bend your left knee for your down dog hip opener. Left knee still lifts up, and then your left foot goes over to the right. So you're opening to the front of the hip. You're still lifting up out of your shoulders. Most important, still breathing. On your inhale, take your left leg back up. Now your half pigeon on this side. Left knee comes forward to your right thumb. Walk your right foot back. Lengthen through your right leg. You can keep your left foot where it is, or maybe there's room to bring the foot over and a little bit forward. If your left hip is way up off your mat, put something underneath it. And then begin to fold forward. Begin to fold forward. Resting your head on your hands or your mat or some kind of a prop. And again, if this variation doesn't work, you can set it up on your back on the other side. Your right foot flat and your left foot across the thigh. So whatever variation you're in, make your adjustments. Take your time. And then settle in, settle in. Big breath in. Long breath out. And this may not be comfortable. And as you hear that, you might think, wow, that's the understatement of the year. So it may not be comfortable. There might be a lot of sensation. It might be really challenging for a lot of different reasons. The sensation, and also just that we're staying here for a little longer than we do in most poses. Meet the challenge, meet the sensation with breath, your breath, a big breath in, and a long breath out. And here again, notice, are you holding on? Are you holding yourself up? Can you soften your fingers, soften your toes, your face, your jaw? Maybe most important, can you soften your heart and your mind? Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Now set your hands under your shoulders. Start to lift your upper body. Sweep your right leg out and around in front of you and simply lie down on your back. Come on into your Shavasana. Legs out, legs up or feet flat, hands alongside you. Together, take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And for me, the intention of Shavasana is just a little bit of time, a little bit of space to integrate everything that I've just done. So give yourself this space. And this much slowing down can be challenging. So you keep meeting the challenge with your breath as much as you need to. Once more, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring some movement back to your body. Draw your knees to your chest. Roll to one side and make your way to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me again today. Thanks for joining me for this challenge. Intention. I've talked about it before. It's worth talking about. It's worth remembering every time you get on your mat, every time you move out into your life, into your day. For me, the intention of this practice, my personal intention is to help myself and feel better, feel more grounded so I can help other people. My intention in sharing this challenge, this practice with you is, yes, to help you so you can feel better, so you can help other people. Together, we can take care of ourselves. We can take care of each other. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi, and I will see you here on your mat tomorrow.